Yell at me if you need me to do a voice thing because I am calculating stuff.
I mean, I'll need you to do a voice probably shortly.
Yeah.
Because we gotta go talk to the 2 merchants.
Yeah. I'm gonna be here. It's just I'm organizing my inventory and Dark and Darker.
Gotcha. Okay. Day 2. Okay. All right, day 2. All right, first up is Xander's guy.
And to think, I was ecstatic to finally participate in the famous Celtic Guild Grand Market. What did I ever do to deserve this?
Excuse me.
You? I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to see me acting like that. I hope you can forgive me for my inappropriate behavior.
Mira.
He seems really down.
It's quite understandable. He's a merchant in a busy market, unable to do business.
So, what brings you here? Did you need something from me?
Well, actually, explain that they're investigating.
You're investigating?
That's right, and we'd really appreciate it if you would answer a few questions for us. You may be able to help us find the true culprit.
I suppose it can't hurt. Better than doing nothing, at least.
You don't have to sound so pessimistic.
Well, can you blame me? Your students at a military academy are not exactly ace detectives.
That is true, but we're still determined to find out who did this.
We may even be able to recover your goods. Cooperating with us could prove quite fruitful.
Okay, fine. I never said I wouldn't help you, did I? I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say, though. It's not like I saw anything worth mentioning.
You didn't?
As soon as I made sure my store was ready to open the next morning, I left everything set up and went home. The other merchants around here can vouch for that. I guess I shouldn't have left the stall unattended, though. By the time I got in, it was too late. The deed had been done.
So by morning, the stall had already been destroyed and your goods stolen? Come to think of it, what goods were stolen exactly?
Oh, I have a sample with me, actually.
An accessory?
The rest of that line did not come through.
Is this a brand that's popular in the capital?
There we go.
Been a real hit lately, yeah. I was hoping to bring the fad here by selling them at the market. This is the only one I have left now. I dread to think just how much money I lost in one single night. That damned coward sabotaging my business.
It's much too early to be jumping into conclusions. Do you have any evidence that proves his culpability?
No, but he's clearly the prime suspect. He was so against the idea of taking turns, sharing the sport with me, he decided he'd destroy my store altogether. I just knew it. I'm going to get him to give my goods back no matter what it takes.
Please try to stay calm.
Never.
You do know that if you cause any more problems, the provincial army really will arrest you, right?
Yeah, I know. It's a matter of justice. I can't just act like nothing ever happened. It's wrong on general principle. I'm begging you, please get my goods back, whatever it takes.
Well, I can't promise success. But I swear to you, do everything we can. That much I can promise. I think that's everything this merchant knows. Straight question, and the other one.
Oh,
A novel idea, questioning both of them.
Cheerio and all that. Tut.
Mira.
Okay. Ugh, what the hell am I supposed to do now?
Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you, but could we have a moment of your time?
You're those kids from the military academy, right? What do you want from me? I've got nothing to sell you, obviously. Even if I did have something to sell, I've got no place to sell it. I'm basically ruined. And to top it all off, the provincial army and that other damned merchant are acting like I'm the one who did it.
He's not taking this very well, is he? Hard to blame him, but we need to see if he knows anything that might help us. Well, you see...
You're investigating this mess, huh? Okay.
So would you consider cooperating with us?
Sure, why not? Not getting my hopes up, as I'm sure you can understand, but hell, I've got nothing left to lose. Not exactly a vote of confidence.
Hey, he's willing to cooperate. I say we cut him some slack and hear him out. So, about last night, at the time the incident actually happened.
Last night, huh? I don't know how much help I can be if that's what you're asking about here. See, I left the market right after arguing with that merchant yesterday, and I didn't come back till this morning. I stayed over at a friend's place, another merchant. Just got pissed drunk and ranting at him all night.
And you're certain of this?
Positive. Ask my friend if you don't believe me, he'll back me up. I wandered over here with an awful hangover
Thanks
this
for the lurk.
morning, and what I found gave me a hell of a start. My whole stall in shambles. And as if that weren't bad enough, all the processed foods I was going to sell here were just gone, without a trace.
So the goods that were stolen were all processed foods?
That's right. Nuts, cheese, bacon, all foods that have a long shelf life, made with local ingredients. Seeing all my stuff gone really sobered me up. It was like I hadn't been drinking at all. And that's when I went over to that fool's stall to make him pay for it.
Why did you go straight to him?
Because he's the one who did it, of course. He smashed my stall so he could have that spot all to himself.
But that doesn't make any sense. If Heinz did it, then why was his stall destroyed too?
He must have done that to himself. Probably figured if he destroyed his own stall, no one would believe he could be responsible.
I don't know. That seems pretty unlikely. It's a bit excessive.
While I understand your frustration, baseless accusations do no one any favors and only cloud the true issue.
But it's so frustrating. I've lost so much money because of this. I might have to shut up shop for good.
That is bad.
If I could at least get my goods back, maybe I could salvage enough to stay afloat. But what are the odds of that? None of the other merchants saw anybody do anything, and the provincial army sure ain't about to help. I'm finished. Pure and simple. All the work I've put into getting this far. And this is how the dream ends for me.
Well, I'll be honest, I'm not sure how much we'll actually be able to help do for you. We'll do everything in our power to help you find some form of closure. So cheer up, okay?
I do appreciate that. But again, I ain't about to get my hopes up. Good luck, though.
That's all the two victims of this crime have to say, it seems. What does everybody think? I can't be for sure, but I really don't think either of them is responsible.
Both merchants certainly have adequate motive to damage the other's stall. But the chance of both committing the same crime on the same night without crossing paths is virtually nil.
It's not impossible that they were just out to steal each other's merchandise. But I don't believe that's what happened. Both of them have alibis confirming that they were somewhere else when the crime took place.
I'm inclined to agree. I just can't see either of these merchants being responsible for what happened. So we're gonna have to look elsewhere to find viable suspects. Where though? I mean, who could have possibly have been?
It's impossible to say right now. We don't have any solid leads. We know who the culprit wasn't, but how are we supposed to start narrowing down who it was?
The market itself seems unlikely to produce any further clues, so we should focus our attention elsewhere.
Actually, there is one thing that's been bugging me. There's one group of people involved in this whole situation whose actions just don't seem to make sense. Maybe, if we can work out the reasoning behind their strange behavior, we can come one step closer to finding our culprit. Who do you mean? I'm talking about... I wonder who. Definitely the market manager's wife. He's
it
real
was them the whole
sketch.
time.
The provincial army is sus.
Provincial army. Provincial army. I've done a thing to try and solve this crime, despite it happening right under their noses. That begs the question, why not?
I almost took D's line.
Sorry, I was buying tires.
No, you're fine.
Anyway.
I glanced, I was like, oh, this is clearly my line. Nope.
Okay. The market manager said they're refusing to fulfill their role due to the tax issue. Which means the provincial army should refuse to intervene in quarrels within the market as well.
If that's the case, then why did they come and intervene this morning?
Now that you mention it, that really doesn't make any sense. Their methods were atrocious, but the fact is, they brought that dispute to an end almost instantly. They did get involved.
Yeah, one minute they're refusing to do anything, then the next they're taking a stand. It's definitely suspicious. My point exactly. There's definitely something unnatural about the way they're conducting themselves. And since we've no other leads, what do you say we go to the Army's guardhouse and take a look around? I might be able to learn something from them that could aid us in our investigation.
That may be worth an attempt.
Hold on a second. Okay.
The guardhouse isn't too far from here, either. Let's head on over and see what we can find out.
The provincial army is sus. Woo! They don't want to be shown up by some kids. Woo!
Xander.
Okay. Aren't you those students from that military academy, was it? What are you doing here?
We're terribly sorry to trouble you, but we were hoping you might be able to help us with something. We ask you a few questions about the incident that occurred at the Grand Market this morning.
What? What does that have to do with you?
We're doing our job for you.
We're visiting this town on a field study as students of the Thor's Military Academy. And we would very much appreciate the chance to see how experienced soldiers such as yourselves handle difficult everyday situations.
Clever.
This seems a perfect opportunity for an anecdotal case study and could prove most invaluable to our education. If you'd permit it.
All right. Stay here. I'll see what I can do.
Damn, Laura.
It looks like we might be able to hear what they have to say for themselves after all. Nicely done, Laura.
In times like these, we need to make good use of our positions. No one can fault a student for wanting to learn after all.
But now comes the hard part. This is making me nervous. Well, let's just wait and see what we can get out of them. Remember, it's not always what they say that matters, but how they say it. Even more importantly, what they don't say. Right.
I appreciate us help. I hope you appreciate us taking time out of our busy schedules for this. So what do you want? Make it quick. I'm a busy man, you know.
He's not even trying to keep up appearances. Unbelievable.
I'll be brief then. We came to discuss the incident at the market this morning. Would we be correct in assuming that the Provincial Army will be conducting no further investigation?
Is that all you came here to ask?
Is that all? Should the armed forces charged with maintaining peace in this region not be taking its matter more seriously?
Laura, I'm not sure.
You've got a big mouth for someone your age. Seems you have a lot to learn about how military units actually work.
What do you mean?
Let me ask you this. What should the number one priority of the Provincial Army be in order to maintain the status quo? I'll tell you. Number one priority should be to enforce the will of the region's ruling lord.
And there we
Duke
have
Alberea.
the answer.
As members of the Provincial Army, the will of the nobility is absolute. We're just following our orders, protecting what we have a duty to protect.
I assume you're referring to the local petition against the sales tax increase? You're saying as long as the petition isn't withdrawn, the Grand Market isn't something you have a duty to protect?
Interpret my words however you want. We're soldiers. We follow our orders. That's how the military works. We don't need some fresh military academy inductees telling us how to do our jobs.
This is nuts. Does he even have a tiny shred of shame?
I was hoping we'd be able to get something out of him, but it sure doesn't seem too likely anymore.
So, is that it then? I hope this has been enlightening. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a job to do.
Oh, wait. Would you mind answering just one more question? Elliot?
Fine, ask it.
Well, do you have any idea what might have happened to the goods Marco was handling? You know, the accessory merchant. All he had left was that one sample.
What are you talking about? The merchant from the capital, Heinz, was the one who was planning on selling accessories.
What?
What did you just say?
What are you all looking at me like that for?
How do you know that? I was under the impression you hadn't investigated the matter at all.
How peculiar. We only discovered what each of the merchants was intending to sell a short while ago ourselves.
Sir? We have our own ways of finding these things out. You do well not to underestimate us. Now, we've wasted enough time answering your questions. We're leaving.
Got him.
Elliot is amazing.
Uh-huh. Elliot sure thought of that one.
Holy
Curveball there.
crap.
Uh-huh.
Good boy. I love when unassuming protagonists just completely blindside.
Oh, 100%.
It is amazing.
And all
it's
like
such a good sight.
technically, Reen is the main protagonist, but all the Class 7 are
They're
protagonists.
all
Every one of them
protagonists. Yeah.
are main characters in this entire story.
Yeah.
We just happen to be following Reen the entire time.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying all of these protagonists. Like, oh God, especially since he's so soft spoken. I love when anyways.
Elliot is a great character.
Do you think
No, I don't.
Therefore you are? I think therefore I am. Anyways, moving on.
That yeah, I get it. I got it. I got it. The fact that they know what each of the merchants were selling means they did investigate the matter after all. But the burglary happened last night and it was only first discovered this morning. Realistically, I don't think there was any opportunity during that time for them to do any digging. Now without running into us.
Agreed. I suspect they knew what each merchant was planning to sell well in advance of yesterday's incident. Though that would be easy information for them to learn since Duke Alberea must have issued permits for both stalls.
that's true? And the army would have no trouble gaining access to transaction records for something like that. But why would they bother?
Maybe they needed to know so they could prepare. Prepare for what? I get the impression that the incident of the market has been carefully planned out for a while now. I don't think those two merchants being given permits for the same spot was a coincidence either. It was probably done to get them to start fighting, so they could get robbed while there was tension between them. Basically, to create a situation that couldn't be brought under control without the army's help. Because the two merchants were being used all along. Seems to fit perfectly with what happened this morning.
Meanwhile, the provincial army has shown no interest in actively working toward a solution. Unless the market manager chooses to withdraw his petition.
So, they waited for things to get out of hand, then showed up to force both parties into an uncomfortable truce. Eventually, the merchants would get torn down enough that they feel like they have no choice but to withdraw the petition. This is turning out to be an even shadier situation than I thought.
Yeah, but thanks to Elliot, I do believe we finally uncovered the truth of the matter.
Yes, give him his accolades.
That was indeed some very quick thinking you displayed, Elliot. You'd make a fine military strategist.
I just got lucky, that's all. So what we know is, the provincial army is somehow involved with the actual perpetrators of this crime. The only way to solve it once and for all, though, seems to be, well, to find them and catch them. But if this was carried out by members of the provincial army, that's not going to be an easy task.
No, I don't think anyone from the army was directly involved. The soldiers here are far too proud to dirty their hands with such escapades.
I tend to agree. Really, whoever the culprits are, I doubt they're still here in Keldic.
Oh yeah, this is still me.
There just aren't many viable places to hide such a huge volume of goods without them being found.
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe they escaped by train? No, that can't be. Going a train with that much merchandise would raise suspicion for sure. It's been less than a day since the burglary happened, so they can't have gotten far. Maybe we should ask around on the main roads to see if anybody saw anything out of the ordinary. Someone suspicious might have been spotted leaving or entering the town.
That sounds like a wise course of action. Come, let's resume our search. We mustn't let this cowardly thief run free.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Hello, little girl. Well, I guess this makes Steve the girl.
Lulu, are you okay? Look what that nasty man did to her.
Is something the matter?
I was just chasing after Lulu near the west exit of town. And there was this weird man asleep alongside of the street.
A weird man?
To sleep in the midst of a bustling town like this, oblivious to its danger, suggests he must possess formidable skill. Or he was just really drunk.
I mean,
The nasty smell coming off of him nearly made the little Lulu faint.
It's terrible.
It really was. I don't know who he is, but I'll have to keep an eye on Lulu to make sure she keeps her distance from him.
So he's not from this town then?
I'm not sure. I only started seeing him around a few days ago. I'd never seen him before that.
Really now? That sounds like a lead if I've ever heard one. If he's drinking in the middle of the day and isn't Instructor Sarah, then we know he's not a merchant at the very least.
Yeah, I think we should go talk to him. Let's have a look near the west exit and see if we can track him down. Follow the smell of alcohol. You'll probably find him.
Follow the puke-stained road.
that's a different type of yellow brick road.
Indeed.
Nope.
I'm proud
No.
of myself for
No.
that
I
one. I
started,
don't
but then
care.
you made it much better, and I love it.
No.
I am proud of myself.
Oh, that's like my
Good-
dumb
good
joke I made
show.
earlier.
Funny joke.
Alright, drunk guy. Xander gets to be the drunk guy, because Xander was the drunk guy earlier.
Oh, you're right.
Drink. Bring me another drink.
Hey, you! This guy reeks! How much has he put down?
Who the fuck says PU?
I mean, that's probably more just phonetically what she was making a sound of.
Yeah, well, I don't know what.
I don't know, because
What?
it wasn't in like the asterisk, so who knows?
Oh, but that
I
sounds
haven't
like
heard that phrase
what?
in a long time. Yeah, I don't know.
Like the only times I've ever seen the words PU is like that, and when it comes to voicing disgust of a smell, I never heard something that would suggest that that's the same thing as PU.
Fair. I can't argue that.
Anyways.
It's only midday, and he's already completely blitzed. I don't think this is the man we're looking for. I think he'd have trouble pulling off a robbery. Sir, are you alright? We can help you back home if you'd like.
Sure. Let me know. I'm just grew up on nothing. I'm just lost job. Looking after that nature park, which my whole life.
Nature park?
You ain't heard of it? Not a nature park. It's northwest of here. I used to be the park ranger for that old dump.
And then you lost your job.
Yeah, no had to. I get left that job. I did. And then he just came and took it all away from me. That damn official just showed up out of nowhere and told me I was sad. You can't take a man's livelihood off him like that. It's not fair. That was my life. My life.
Yes, we can see that. Something about this doesn't sound right.
I agree. It hardly seems fair to take a man's job away from him without good reason.
Right? I'm so glad somebody understands how I feel. No way a bunch of kids like that are gonna do a better job than me.
Kids?
I was drinking here last night too, see? And a bunch of kids in ranger uniforms went walking out of the town through the west exit. Where they was carrying a bunch of wooden boxes too, in the middle of the night. Kids these days, I tell you.
You don't think they could have been...
The nature park? I wouldn't have even considered it. But a park would no doubt provide a large enough area if it's perfectly.
Yeah, they'd have no trouble stashing this merchandise there undetected. Lock the entrance, leave a couple of lookouts, and no one will suspect a thing for a very long time.
And if the provincial official was the one to tell him he was fired, that's practically a smoking gun.
Huh? I say something useful or something? Don't know how's that. And if I helped you out, why not buy me a drink?
I would suggest you start trying to sober yourself up instead. There's a good chance we may be able to recover both your park and your job.
What?
You know our next stop. As soon as we're fully prepared, let's head out to the nature park. Right. I forgot that I was Elliot for a second.
We've
I was
all
like-
had that moment.
I was like, come on, Elliot, say something. Oh, wait.
Yeah, Elliot, say something.
yeah, Elliot should really say
To
something.
reach the nature park.
Right. Let's go.
Ha, ha. Yeah,
I can do this.
I can do this. Hup, hup.
Right. My turn.
I've got this.
You're having fun there?
I was just seeing if anybody else made different noises than just a single noise the whole time. They do. So does Ring. He goes, "Sit, ha."
Lunaria Nature Park, huh? Seems less like a park and more like a forest.
Yeah, it really does feel a little out of place sitting smack dab in the middle of farmland as far as the eye can see.
It may have had some religious significance in ages past. Perhaps it was a place where the animists of ancient times chose to enshrine the spirits of the forests. There's a place much like that in my hometown.
Yeah, there's one in mine too.
That park ranger made it sound like there would be people here. If they really are the culprits, maybe they've run away already?
This woodland is too dense to reliably intuit whether anyone awaits within.
Yeah.
What's this?
It's...
A bracelet?
How did a bracelet come to be in a place such as this?
Just as I thought. This bracelet has the same design on it as the ones that the merchant from the capital was planning on selling.
Really?
You're sure?
Positive. There's not a doubt in my mind that it was designed by the same person. Care to give a second opinion on that, Laura?
I'm hardly qualified to weigh in on recent trends, but there do
Same.
seem to be a number of similarities between this bracelet and the merchant's goods.
So the fact that it's here means...
Yeah. It's extremely likely the culprits we're looking for are inside this park.
Sure seems that way to me.
Nah.
It
I
only
think someone
opens
just
from
bought one
side.
previously and dropped it.
I suppose that leaves us little choice.
Break the lock.
Going to destroy
Break
it?
the lock.
Will
Break
we be
the
able to-
lock.
The lock seems quite solid, but my sword should be strong enough to...
Wait,
Break the lock.
I'll do it. I can get it done more quietly.
Oh?
Really?
Well, what are you going to do?
I like how she sheaths that to the side of her.
The 8 Leaves, 1 Blade School's 4th form. Autumn Leaf Cutter.
Okay, Mr. Dropout.
Wait for it. There it is.
Seriously?
Very nice.
Wow! You cut it right in two!
I did. Thankfully.
Spectacular. It's an honor bearing witness to one of the skills of the 8 Leaves School.
Thanks, but I'm still more or less a beginner. Anyway, we don't have much time left.
Who is he
Let's head inside
comparing
and see if we can
himself
find it.
to?
Right.
Cassius Bright.
Yeah,
We
really.
need to find
The
the
divine blades of the 8 Leaves School, Cassius and Arios.
You right.
Looks like we can still make it after all.
Excellent. Come then, we must make haste.
Like, you think
This
Arios would
is
have...
no order to compare yourself to. Like,
Yeah, but you do you think even somebody... Not let's exclude Cassius. Arios, we know how much of a sword fighter he was. He'd walk up to us and be shrink. All right, it's done. Like, no problem.
I mean, yeah.
Green had to like focus and make sure he did it. Arios would just like chink. All right, it's done.
There's tons of little
But he
stone
still
monuments in
got a
here.
skill set.
Yeah.
Correct.
I imagine they were made by the animists in this province.
A part
I
of me
also
feels like
appreciate that she gets to say animus and not me.
I have a feeling the reason why he keeps putting himself down is because the school is that strict.
Honestly, though, that's probably why.
Like, everyone else will look at him and be like, what do you mean? That was amazing. And he's like,
Yeah.
no, it's not good enough.
It's not good enough.
It's not good enough. What do you mean it's not good enough? It's not good enough.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I mean, look at who we know have divinity: Cassius, Arios, Annalise, Richard.
Okay, now that I think of Annalise, maybe they're not that strict.
Yeah, but think of how serious Annalise is when it comes to her swordsmanship.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but he's
She's-
serious about it too.
Yeah, but like Annalise takes her swordsmanship very, very seriously and actually tries
that a
quite hard
treasure
for her
chest?
swordsmanship.
Bless
You mean to tell me he doesn't?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that, but that's the people he's comparing himself to. So people who are that dedicated, he doesn't feel that he matches up to them.
That looks like a tough one. Be careful.
Yeah, those aren't nice. We had those in the other one.
This is my
Yeah.
secret weapon. Charging orbital energy. Judgment arrow.
Oops.
She's firing her lasers.
I'm a firing my laser.
Marisha really
Blur.
can say all of the words animists that I don't want to have to say, because it's hard for me to say. That's like, I had to think about that one real hard.
Well, I hate to break it to
Also,
you, but you're probably
petition.
gonna
She
have
could
to say
take
this.
all of those. I know. I was
She's-
happy that she got those first two.
Oh, there's a stream here. This seems like a nice spot.
Oh, I didn't want to rock into you. I just wanted to kill you. Oh well, I'll kill you.
It's my
sis.
turn.
I'll kill you
Casual.
quickly.
Fire!
Ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is that a treasure chest?
No, Laura. No, it's not. It's a balloon.
I like balloons.
There's not, never said there was anything wrong with a balloon. I was just trying to think of something that's not a treasure chest, and for some reason, balloons what popped into my head. I don't know why.
A challenging foe.
Be careful, this.
My turn.
Behold the might of the Arcade School! Radiant Blade Dance! You still have a lot of training to do.
You know, I'm thinking about their skirts
It's a treasure chest.
Don't
and how
think too
high
hard
up
about
they
them.
are.
Just don't think too hard about them.
How are we not getting a lot of fan service? Is all I'm asking.
I mean, just because they don't show it doesn't mean it's not happening.
I mean, yes.
Just how deep does this forest go?
We must be pretty far in now. I'd imagine we're almost there.
Thank you for the pathfinding update, NPCs.
It's
My turn.
Right?
Is everybody okay?
Is that a treasure chest?
No, it's a sandwich. I don't know.
Come on then.
I ran out of things to call it. My brain panicked and was like, "What do you call these? Let's be stupid and call it a sandwich." Okay, thanks, brain.
Here, I have a way to help you not panic and think about funny things. Pretend she is Zila.
You see, the mindset of Sergei is very different than the mindset of myself.
Yeah, but just trust me.
I would hope so.
Whenever she says, like, is that a chest?
Treasure chest.
Just pretend that's Zila and you're Sergei. Whatever comes to mind, it'll be funny. And I repeat, I find this find the way that you're taking Sergei and his how he talks to
there's an
Zila
organ
is very
charging
funny to me.
We must be in the most remote reaches of the park.
No, we're right at the entrance, Rain.
There they are.
He says that so much, and every time I'm just like,
for a night's work.
what? Also voiced by
And if those
Nurse.
idiots don't withdraw that petition, we'll be able to make even more.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Don't get carried away.
Fucking Mercer.
We get a reward for all
Mercer.
this anyway. We're making out just fine as it is.
Still, who were those guys? The provincial army seemed happy to go out of their way for them.
No idea. But then, I can never figure out what that man's thinking. None of our business either. We just need to be ready to abandon this place at a moment's notice.
You're not going anywhere.
What?
This might be the moment's notice that they're talking about.
Students?
I know I locked the gate.
Don't tell me you
I
broke
mean-
in.
Indeed, we
mean-
did.
It looks like the stolen goods are all here too.
We caught you red-handed.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did break in. so proudly.
Let's take 'em out. They're just kids. They should be no match for us.
And since we're all alone out here, ain't nobody gonna see a thing.
Hope you're ready for the beating of your lives.
I highly doubt we'll be the ones to endure a beating here today.
As long as we make good use of the Arcus's combat links.
Yeah, they don't stand a chance.
Here we go.
We have nothing to fear.
I don't stand a chance
My
anyway.
turn.
I can do it.
We're also New Game Plus, but don't tell them that. It feels mean.
This has got to be some kind of joke. They're kids.
How pitiful. That barely even qualifies as a warm-up.
Well, when you're used to Instructor Sarah's training exercises, warm-ups take on a whole new meaning.
That's very true.
Bottom line, we won. Fair and square. I'd suggest you surrender yourselves and apologize to everyone in the Grand Market for all the trouble you've caused.
And we'll be returning those stolen goods to their rightful owners, too.
We would also be very interested to learn who hired you.
You must be out of your damned minds if you really think you've won.
Elliot?
What's wrong?
I don't know. I just thought I heard the sound of a flute.
Huh?
What was that?
It sounded like the cry of an enormous beast.
What's happening? It's coming this way.
thomp, 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 thomp.
That was pretty big. Yeah. It's even got a name. That's how important he is.
Oh.
Help!
A giant baboon?
It's huge!
I believe we're dealing with the ruler of this forest. What would you suggest, Reen?
Well, they may be thieves, but we can't just leave them to die. We're going to have to fight it.
Understood.
All right.
Helios, help us!
Be careful, this one looks strong.
Go! Azure!
Oh ho!
I can do this.
My turn.
Right!
It's my turn. Is everyone okay? That was kind of terrifying.
I thought we were done for.
Still, at least we were able to defeat it. Reen, what was that skill you just performed?
Oh, it was something I've been working on for a while. This was the first chance I had to put it through its paces, though. I definitely feel like I'm getting the hang of it now.
I see.
AKA his S-craft.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're always there to help us when we need it most.
No, that's not true. There's really only so much I can do on my own. We wouldn't have been able to defeat that thing if we hadn't all been working together as a team. This was a victory for Group A as a whole.
Well said.
Indeed.
Unbelievable. What are these kids even doing here? That bastard. This wasn't supposed to happen.
Who are you talking about?
What?
Uh-oh.
It seems we have some unwelcome guests.
There they are.
And they're not alone.
Coming to take the
Put your
glory.
hands in the air. Don't try to resist.
Coming in to take
Why are
the
you
glory.
surrounding us and not them?
Keep your mouth shut.
Don't think we're gonna go easy on you just because you're students.
Looks like all your hard work was for nothing, huh? Sucks to be you.
They're not even trying to hide their involvement.
Utterly shameless.
You're jumping to an awful lot of conclusions. I see two groups of people and a collection of stolen goods, but no indication of which group was responsible. Do you have any way to prove that the four of you aren't the perpetrators?
What?
Do you intend to frame us?
This is preposterous!
I'm just telling you that you need to mind your own business and learn your place. The Kreutzen province is the territory of Duke Alborea, and I will not have a gaggle of bratty students poking their noses where they don't belong. You will back down now, or we'll be more than happy to arrest you right here and drag you to Bereahard City, kicking and screaming.
Damn.
This is ridiculous.
I'm afraid you'll be doing no such thing.
What? Who's there? Oh,
Their instructor.
Nope.
Oh.
This is fun.
It's
That's very
Railway
similar.
military
Yeah.
police.
Railway military police?
Yeah, the RMP.
They're supposed to be the most elite unit in the whole of the Imperial Army.
Oh.
Oh shit.
the Icy Maiden.
Why has one of the Chancellor's dogs come here?
what is the meaning of this? This area is under the jurisdiction of the Kreutzen Provincial Army. The Imperial Army has no right to intervene.
With all due respect, Keldic is a major interchange station in our railway network. So in point of fact, we have every right to investigate any incidents that occur in this general vicinity, as I'm sure you well know. And in accordance with our investigation thus far, after having questioned all those connected to the incident, we have concluded that it is impossible for any of these students to be guilty of these crimes. Do you wish to contest this judgment?
I suppose not.
Well then, may I suggest you leave us to do our jobs? The RMP will take responsibility for returning all of the stolen goods to their rightful owners as well.
Men, withdraw! We're returning to Keldic.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
You've got to be kidding me!
We had a deal.
Take them into custody.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, crap.
We're totally boned.
There's no point in resisting. You're coming with us.
What an English phrase. I love it.
Damned Ironblood dog.
Right.
She's really pretty.
Is she really part of the RMP?
Thank you all very much for your assistance. My name is Captain Claire Revelt of the Railway Military Police. We're a division of the Imperial Army. And you are the visiting students from Thor's Military Academy, are you not? I'll need to file a report about what happened here. So would the four of you mind accompanying me?
Pretty lady.
He's wearing very sensible boots.
Yes.
With a minimal heel.
I love that kind of detail. I'm sorry, I do. Whenever I see huge ass heeled boots on characters that it makes absolutely no goddamn sense for them to be having those kind of heels, like, really?
Like Bayonetta?
Anyways. Yes.
Yeah.
Gosh, her
Exactly.
freaking heels are
Exactly.
ridiculous. I've never even played the game, I just know from pictures.
Okay, Otto was Ghost. Mid-older man voice.
Oh, that's right. He has this voice, doesn't he? You really
I
are
just worked on
grateful
Mid-Older
for
Man.
everything you've done today. Thanks to you, the stolen goods have been recovered. Those responsible have been found and arrested. I can't possibly express my gratitude. I'm just glad we were able to help.
Besides, it was only thanks to the RMP's involvement that we were able to catch the culprits in the end.
Alright, who's gonna be our Captain Claire? Warning, you will talk a lot. She... not as much as Class 7.
Mira a little bit.
Huh?
I kind of want to give it to you.
Okay.
Just because her voice is very similar to Instructor Sarah's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She will...
Okay.
we will see her a lot throughout the game, so she'll make several appearances, so...
Unless you don't want it, but I mean, I feel like...
No, I got a voice.
Okay.
Oh, there's no need to be modest. All we did was physically arrest the culprits. The rest was entirely on you. If not for your assistance in stopping the criminals from escaping, we would have missed our chance to intervene altogether. I believe the credit for this achievement is yours, and yours alone.
All this attention is kind of embarrassing.
Still, I suppose it would be rude not to accept your thanks.
Indeed. You should all be very proud of what you've accomplished here. So, can we leave everything in your capable hands from here on out, Captain?
Of course. I'm intending to leave a number of our soldiers here for the time being. Rest assured that we'll take care of any further problems that may arise.
We are greatly obliged. Still, with you, while your personal loyalties may differ, both the RMP and the Provincial Army are made up of Erebonian soldiers. I'd appreciate if you try not to stand out too much. Your presence may create some anxiety among the locals.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind. Thank you for your cooperation with our report. I'm sorry to take up so much of your time.
Oh no, not at all.
And, we really appreciate you coming to our aid like that.
Oh, there's no need to thank me, really. In fact, the more I think about it, the more I regret having stepped in at all. Overcoming such an impossible situation was probably meant to be part of your field study, too. To build character, perhaps.
What?
I was about to say, I suppose.
Good, but I'm not that good.
Oh! Instructor?
I was wondering when you'd show up. It's been a while, Sarah.
That it has. 6 months, give or take? Honestly, I had no idea you RMP folks were gonna get involved with this. I suppose you had everything that was happening here figured out all along.
You overestimate my abilities. I did receive a report that suggested there might be trouble here, but that's it.
Oh, from your brother, I take it. Nothing gets past you lot.
We're just trying to make sure we're prepared to deal with any problems that might arise. But I'm sorry to say I don't have any more time to catch up with you right now. I really need to be taking my leave. I wish all the best to you and the rest of Class 7.
Right.
I feel tension. Does anyone else feel tension? I feel tension. There's a rivalry there.
My lips are sealed.
There's something there. I can smell it.
You sure that's not Sarah and her alcohol?
Yes.
Actually, to be fair, they don't really ever make comments about her alcohol, so she probably hides it with like perfumes or something, so she doesn't smell like alcohol all the time.
Maybe she just drinks higher quality alcohol. It's not so stanky.
I mean,
yeah,
also true. But also, they're probably used to it because they probably are around her so much that it probably doesn't even affect them. They probably don't notice it.
The other guy, probably what we smelled wasn't necessarily alcohol. It was probably everything else.
Everything else that goes along with not being able to take care of yourself when you're drinking too much, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he did say he'd been there all night long drinking.
He probably has peed himself at least twice. Like, I'm just saying.
At least twice.
And pooped several times.
Is she really part of the military? It sure doesn't seem like it.
Her movements and actions, however, were those of a skilled officer. Highly skilled.
Yeah, the rest of the railway military. Let me try that again.
Want to try that again?
Yep. Yeah. And the rest of the railway. Why am I struggling to say that word? Railway. Ugh. Yeah. And the rest of the railway military police seemed really well trained too. That's a mouthful to say in a word. Like in 3 words back to back. Railway military. Blah, blah, blah.
You know her, instructor?
Back to us, I see. You could say that. Anyway, it looks like you've managed to finish up all your tasks I laid up for you. So, I think it's about time we take our leave of this place, too.
Understood.
Alright, I need to run to the bathroom, so if my character's come up, I'm divvying it out to D for right now.
Oh no.
At most, you'll have Lisa, so.
Oh no. I'm not prepared.
Do take care, everyone. Give my regards to Principal Van Dyke. If you're from the area again, please do come to the market and say hi. We'll be more than welcome. We will. Thank you for everything. You got off lucky.
Yes.
Well, I don't know. We got a train raid back. You never know.
No.
Sarah's asleep again.
She's asleep again.
Yes.
You don't think she's faking it, do you?
No. Judging by her breathing, I believe she really is asleep.
Well, it sounds like Group B turned out to be a complete disaster. If she had to deal with them, then come back here on the same day, I'll bet she's totally spent.
Yeah, good point. Anyone would be exhausted trying to sort that out.
It's hard to imagine her actually working hard, though, considering her usual attitude.
It does seem as though she's genuinely looking out for us, however.
So, this is how our first field study trip comes to an end, huh? I think I might have an idea now as to why we're here, though.
I had the same thought. Testing the Arcus is clearly a big reason for coming here, but it's not the only reason. I think it has more to do with making sure we see everything that's going on with our own eyes.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking too. Learning more about places in Erebonia we've only read about in books, and getting to see the issues occurring in those regions firsthand, just like in Celtic.
Indeed. And just as we thought and acted swiftly in the face of crisis this time, so too may we be called upon to do so again. These field studies may aim to test and cultivate those skills in preparation for our futures.
Exactly. Add to that good judgment, decisiveness, and general conduct, and I'd say we have a pretty clear picture as to why we're out in the field. Basically, we're training everywhere we go.
Well, you're about half right. Instructor.
I was so certain you were sound asleep.
What can I say? I can nod off and back on again in the blink of an eye. It's what I do. As you rightly noted, having first-hand knowledge of the areas to which you might be deployed is of tremendous importance, as is the ability to make swift, accurate judgments and solve problems with or without orders. Developing all these skills to their fullest is definitely a major part of why you're undertaking these field studies.
Just as I thought.
It's an interesting approach, but honestly, I've never heard of any other military academy trying it.
You say we're only half right, however. Which begs the question, what's the rest of the story?
Is something wrong?
Oh, no, not at all. I was just thinking about what we did during our field study and why we were doing it. The whole concept seems eerily similar to the MO of bracers.
Now that you mention it...
Called it
the
out.
Bracer Guild prides itself on protecting civilians over all else, so it seems an unusual source of inspiration for a military academy. But the tasks we were given in Celtic do seem to align themselves quite well with the Bracer's basic philosophy.
Yeah, I guess so. Their emblem depicts a supporting gauntlet, and that's pretty much exactly what we've been for these people. Bracers still have branches all over the continent, but you hardly ever see them in Erebonia anymore.
Well, you got me, which means...
How are we ever supposed to take her seriously when she says things like that, then conspicuously falls asleep?
Well, whether or not we did in fact get her, it still seems like bracers are somehow related to our activities here.
Not that Instructor Sarah is likely to come clean about our involvement anytime soon. I suppose until she does, all we can do is prepare ourselves in body and mind for our next field study.
Yeah.
Is there something else bothering you?
Oh, no, it's just... Well, we've been in the same class for a month now, and this whole time I've been kind of keeping you in the dark.
What do you mean?
You aren't referring to the issue regarding your swordsmanship, I take it?
No, it's not that. It's something I've been hiding from you all this time, regarding my social class.
What?
Are you saying your family...
Yeah, I dodged the question when Machias asked. But technically, I come from a family of nobles. My hometown is Ymir, in the northern mountains. I'm the son of its ruler, Baron Schwarzer.
You're from Ymir?
Schwarzer. Now that you mention it, I have heard the name before. An honorable family, closely tied with the imperial family themselves, despite being headed by a mere baron.
I never would have imagined you might be the son of a noble too.
I wouldn't have expected you to. I don't act like one. My dad and mom are both quite easygoing individuals. They don't behave like your typical nobles at all. And technically, since I was adopted, I don't have any actual noble blood running through me. I'm upper class in name only.
So, you...
Sounds like you've got your own issues to deal with, just like the rest of us, huh?
I don't think of it as a big deal, and I don't want you to think of it as one either. I just didn't want to keep it a secret any longer. After everything we've been through these past few days, I owe you guys that much. I mean, you're all going to be a major part of my life from here on out. It's only fair to share as much as I can with you, right?
I don't know what to say.
You consider us to be major parts of your life?
Honestly, has anyone ever told you that you can be way too serious sometimes? Just be sure you reveal your true identity to the others when we get back, too.
Oh, I intend to.
Youth. Still, even discounting the strangely perfect timing of the railway military police, that ruler of the forest they ran into in the nature park. Seems to be a harbinger of something big happening behind the scenes.
And that ruler of the forest didn't just come out of nowhere. I don't know if any of you guys heard what happened before it.
It was kind of muddly.
So, before it appeared, there was a flute.
Oh, yeah, they did say that. You're right.
I must admit, I wasn't expecting the Icy Maiden to show up when she did. We may need to adjust our plans to compensate for this interference.
That won't be necessary. This was not a significant setback. If anything, it provided an unexpected bonus, giving us a valuable glimpse into the means through which the RMP and Intelligence Division coordinate their efforts. With both organizations posing sizable threats to our operation, that information alone makes this all worthwhile.
A valid point. Should we proceed as planned, then?
Of course. The tyrant must yet face the merciless hammer of judgment.
Yes. May his lofty ambitions be crushed to dust and swept away.
I love that armor. It's so cool.
Hi, I'm back. I just saw the villain.
That was a villain.
That was a villain, all right.
And Reen admitted to everybody he's a noble.
Oh, yeah.
Oh!
But he was adopted.
He's an adopted
So,
noble.
Technically, only he's a noble. You know?
His dad is a
Not by
baron.
much.
He's still a noble.
Yeah, his dad is a baron. He is the adopted son of Baron Schwarzer, who is in charge of Ymir.
Okay. Fun.
Keep up the good work. Good showing, everyone.
Gotta skip ahead.
A few days later.
Late May.
No, a
The
few
Reno
days
flowers
later.
that painted Trista's spring fields had faded, replaced by lush greenery and a refreshing breeze. With the trials of last month's field study behind us, we found ourselves caught up once more in the bustle of school life.
There are 7 total chapters in this game.
Okay.
Both our combat training and academic studies continued to become more and more demanding. But May also heralded the beginning of specialist classes more befitting a military academy.
The Orbital Revolution 50 years ago changed the way wars were fought forever.
Nightheart.
There are a number of
Is his
reasons
name.
for this fundamental change, but 4 factors in particular that I would argue to be the most important. The first is the invention of orbital guns, cannons, and other weaponry. The increased accuracy of these weapons, as well as their ease of maintenance and manufacture, instantly rendered all other firearms obsolete. The second factor is the associated mechanization of the military. Orbital technology led to the formation of armored divisions made up of tanks and armored cars. The impact this new kind of tactical unit had on the battlefield, with its enhanced offense, defense, and mobility, cannot be overstated. The third factor is the invention of airships. Warships that rely on the gravity manipulation ability of a flight field to remain in the air simply did not exist before the revolution. The sudden addition of a whole new dimension to war, the sky, made countless new strategies viable that were previously unimaginable. And the last factor is the creation of an entirely new practical science, which may be the biggest, most important change of all. Without orbital technology, such a concept would scarcely even have been conceivable, but now we'd be virtually crippled without it. Reen Schwarzer, can you tell the class what that new scientific breakthrough was?
Something only possible after the Orbital Revolution, which revolutionized warfare. Well, that would have to be... What do you think it was?
That's an interesting one.
Orbital arts.
You know, the communications is a big deal in all the games.
Orbital arts. That's my vote.
And we have a vote for arts, a vote for communications, D? Right?
Yeah.
Alright. Xander, what you got?
I don't know.
It is orbital communication.
Damn. Okay.
It basically allowed
Someone gonna
them to
voice
do the radio
the
stuff. Yeah. Let's see. Nightheart is another character that comes up quite a bit. D, out of Xander and I, who has the lowest numbers right now? Do you know?
You have much lower, but that's because we gave Xander all the small
Well,
character
yeah, we
voices
can
too.
all the small
so-
things. But as far as main character peoples, because Nightheart is the main character. I mean, all the teachers are main characters, quote unquote, because we're at school all the time. So
He's
the
got
teachers are important.
Van Dyke.
Doesn't he have the other teacher too?
I had the principal.
Yeah, it's Principal Van Dyke.
Yeah.
Go, Ghost. Go, Gadget. Ghost.
The answer is orbital communications, a form of wireless communication technology based on formless transmissions through orbital waves. This allows officers on the battlefield to obtain pertinent information in real time, leading to precise, accurate troop movements. Of course, countermeasures have also been invented, such as wiretapping and jamming, to partially limit its benefits, but nonetheless. Phew, you got it right.
Well done.
Oh, she's not jealous. Fucking shocker.
This is all pretty high-level stuff. I mean, I know the basics, but I've never heard it gone into such detail before.
Yeah, we're gonna work really hard to keep up. Class 1 and 7 combined.
Why did Lady Laura have to be placed in a class like that? I was truly looking forward to studying alongside her.
Is that girl next to her not the one who scored the highest on the entrance exam?
I believe so, though I also hear she's a mere commoner.
There's something about that silvered hair girl that I find oddly soothing. I wonder if she'd let me stroke her hair if I were to ask nicely.
No.
That's quite enough idle chatter.
We've had her already.
Yeah.
We are members of Class 1. We are above such droll behavior. As well, we cannot allow ourselves to be bettered by that rabble, even in something as insignificant as the culinary arts.
Of course not. I'm so accustomed to our chef doing all of the cooking, however, that I must admit I'm finding this all rather challenging.
Could they make it a little less obvious they're talking about us? I mean, seriously.
I like that whatever Fee is whipping up is going to be really whipped by the time this cutscene is done.
She's
whipped. You don't know, she might be making a meringue. She might need it to be that whipped.
For that at least.
You right.
Seriously. Look, meringue is not to be messed with.
See, Emma knows. Emma's got it. Emma knows what's going on.
I feel like I'm finally getting the hang of using an orbital computer.
Likewise. I was lost at first, but it's slowly beginning to make more
Also,
sense.
he's always smoking.
Well, it is cutting-edge technology here in Erebonia, so I think most people are confused until they've gotten used to it. Machias and Eustace both picked it up surprisingly quickly, though.
Yeah, but academics are their thing. And I'm pretty sure Machias has been interested in computers for a while, too.
Eustace also seems to get the hang of things far quicker than most people, even if he's not interested in them at all. Which probably just adds insult to injury for Machias.
I'll bet. I hear they were really butting heads during last month's field study.
They were. At one point, things almost took a violent turn. We were able to hold them back, but I don't think we could have kept them under control for long if Instructor Sarah hadn't arrived.
We really need to do something about them, but I have no idea what.
I don't either, but you're right. This has gone on for way too long as it is. It needs to stop.
Rean Schwarzer.
Huh? Isn't he from Class 1?
Patrick, is it?
That is correct. My
This
full
guy.
name is Patrick T. Higharms.
Ooh.
I don't believe I need to say anything more than that.
You don't? Are you sure?
So, you're from the Higharms
Is that
family.
what the kids are calling them these days?
Are they prestigious?
About as prestigious as they come.
I'll show you
the
his high
Higharmses are
arms.
one of the 4 great houses. Though they're slightly lower in rank than the Albareas. I'm sorry.
Yikes.
I meant no offense.
It doesn't matter. I didn't come here to talk to commoners or foreigners. I came to bring gladsome tidings to you, Rean Schwarzer. I am generously extending you welcome. to make use of the accommodations on the 3rd floor of the Student Union building.
You mean
The 3rd floor?
That's where the Nobles Salon is, right?
Your father may be a mere baron, but that still makes you a noble. And though you've had the misfortune of sharing a class with this riffraff, I have decided to use my good name as a member of the High Arms family to afford you the privilege of joining us. I do hope you appreciate it.
Well, how can I turn him down politely?
This hardly strikes me as the best place to be recruiting new members.
The only person here who outranks Patrick.
Yeah.
Eustace.
Yeah.
Eustace Alberea?
I wasn't aware the 3rd son of the High Arms family counted playing factions among his hobbies. If you wished for company in the salon, should you not have come to me first?
You? You've been invited countless times. You simply choose not to come, despite there being no shortage of second years practically begging for your company.
I have no interest.
Suit yourself then. But you, Schwarzer, make sure you think long and hard about this. If you care about your future, you need to start thinking about the connections you're making and the side.
What's this game called?
This is Trails of Cold Steel.
The first one.
Yes, specifically the first one.
So we need to know how nobles can sparkle on command, and Reed has to learn this skill.
Shy.
What are you looking up?
I heard your
You're looking at Patrick's voice?
Yeah. I've heard his voice before. I've heard his voice before. Trying to figure out which game it was. Ah, it is him!
He's been in a lot of things.
It's Fuyahiko and Kokichi
Yep.
from Danganronpa.
Yes, it
I'm
is.
sitting here like, I know that asshole voice.
Yes, it is Fuyahiko.
Like, I'm sitting there just going, wait a second.
Yep, it is Kokichi and Fuyahiko. Absolutely.
I'm not going crazy. I knew it. I knew it. Anyways, moving on.
No, he's not. I wasn't sure how to turn him down either. Thanks for stepping in, Eustace.
I wasn't trying to help you. But I did cause you some trouble during last month's field study, so... No, that's all.
Last
Okay, then,
month's
Eustace,
field
whatever.
study? Is he?
Yeah, I think he means the run-in we had with the provincial army.
Ah, so he feels partially responsible for his family's actions then. He must have been looking for a way to apologize to you.
Huh. I guess he has a nice side after all.
we made Machias mad.
How dare you make allies with my enemy?
It's not that we're a noble.
Oh, that
yeah,
too.
that too. I'm sure everyone now knows that information, so.
Well, it's not like Reen goes around and is like, I'm a noble.
Yeah, but for Machias, it's the
Now look at me, so
From-
fancy.
yeah. For Machias though, it's the principle of the thing. It's the fact that he made friends with Reen and said all those things about nobles and how they were all terrible things, just to find out that Reen was a noble and didn't tell him.
Well, then he shouldn't be mad. He shouldn't be
Reen's holding
embarrassed
on
for doing
to
it. Yes.
That's not how Machias works, unfortunately.
Well, then Machias needs to get the fuck over him.
Machias
Agreed.
Machias has fantastic character development throughout the series. Just watch.
He better.
Not
He better.
yet, but maybe one day.
Trust me.
Maybe someday.
I did not care for him at the beginning of the series. By the end of the series, I really liked Machias as a character.
It's
He
just like
grows a lot.
Like, if anything, Reen should have been helping him with his perception of nobles, but whatever. If he's gonna be a pighead about it, whatever. Moving on.
Good work today, class. Tomorrow's a free day, so do take it easy. You've earned it. Just remember, next Wednesday is your second practical exam.
I was wondering when she'd bring that up.
Oh, Lord, hold. Okay. Oh, it's
a
me.
voice
Okay.
we haven't used.
Will you be announcing the details of our next field study trip on Wednesday also? Of course. You'll be heading out next weekend. I'm sure you can hardly wait.
I think he was you, Ghost.
No, I'm Eustace. Xander's Machias. We play opposite each other.
Xander. Yeah. I, for one, very much look forward to it. Oh, and one more thing.
One more thing. Sorry.
One more thing.
Thank you. At least somebody else knew that reference.
One more thing. I had no idea what to say. So.
It's from... Is it Jackie Chan Adventures?
Oh!
Yeah. The uncle. One more thing.
One more thing.
This changes nothing for me.
Oh, it's.
It was such a good cartoon.
It was a really good cartoon. It came out in like late 90s
It
or
was
early
so
2000s, 2001, 2002.
Hardcore underrated.
Channel.
At that age.
It was a Disney Channel
Yeah.
thing.
Oh man.
It was so good.
It was like Jackie Chan, but he was like a college-age kid, or high school, I think even. I can't remember. And he was like
Was that the age range they were going
No,
for?
he,
'Cause
no.
that's not
Actually, I
what
think he was
picked
older.
up.
He was like young adult.
He was like young adult. Yeah. He was probably like.
And they were going
late
around and collecting
30s.
talismans and
Yeah, they had to collect the titles, and it was Jackie Chan doing Jackie Chan things. But he had this uncle that would always just randomly, like, he'd disobey what the uncle was telling him to do for advice. And he'd go to like leave something, and uncle would go like, "One more thing," and smack him in the head as he was telling him what it was.
Yep. He always had to yell Jackie before that. It was always Jackie.
Jackie.
One more thing.
Yeah, it's so good. Oh.
I haven't thought of that cartoon in years.
Neither have I to that line.
Sorry, please continue, Dee.
Your midterms are scheduled for the middle of next month, so just file that away if you would.
Midterms?
Sounds irritating. Yep.
So we finally get to put all the knowledge we've gained throughout the past few months to the test.
Yes, and that's a good thing. You need to be thinking about your academic studies. School can't just be about military strategy, you know. Because if it is, I'm going to get an earful from Vice Principal Heinrich. Again.
Is that all you care about?
Can we ask you if there's anything we don't understand?
Not if you care about the answer being right. I'm a combat instructor. Book smarts like that are well beyond me. Anyway, that's all for homeroom. Machias, if you please.
Yes, instructor.
All rise.
Dan. Bow.
All rise. Bow.
Bow.
Well, I'll see you later, Reen.
Later. Oh, are you two going to club activities today?
Yeah, I am. Did you want to have dinner together later?
We've been eating in the cafeteria an awful lot lately, so maybe we could go to the cafe in Trista today for a change of scenery?
Sounds good to me. You want to just meet up in the entrance hall later?
Sure.
See you then.
Girl's voice that we can see part of.
Yep.
Oh, hi, Elisa. Are you off to club practice too?
Oh, no, not today.
What is it? Is there something you wanted to ask me?
It's nothing. I'll see you later.
It's not like I like you.
What was that all about?
Did you do something else to upset her?
Look at that. Meteor's house says, did you do something else?
Not that I'm aware of. Although, I suppose it's possible I did something wrong without even realizing it. Knowing her.
I was speaking in jest, I assure you. Are you planning on going into the old schoolhouse again tomorrow?
Yeah. The principal did ask me to keep an eye on it, so I thought I'd make time for a quick look inside.
All right. Please let me know when you're planning to begin the expedition, if you would. I have club activities tomorrow, but as far as I'm concerned, the old schoolhouse takes priority.
Thanks. I'll let you know.
Excellent. I'll see you tomorrow then.
You're in the chess club, aren't you, Machias? Or are you planning on studying in the library?
I'm not gonna tell you, noble
Since when was it any of your business what I choose to do after class?
There it is.
No, I just... Have I done something to upset you?
Not especially. It's actually my fault for being deceived so easily in the first place.
Oh. Let's just say I haven't got a drop of noble blood in my veins. So I guess we're all in equal standing here. I'm really sorry. I wasn't trying to deceive you. I just...
Save your breath. Whether you're a noble or not is beside the point. The bottom line is you lied to me, and I simply cannot trust those who lie. That's all there is to it.
I'm sorry.
Please, think nothing of it.
Oh, am I intruding?
You can tell, though, it hurts Machias. Like, he's not happy that he's upset about it, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Because he truly did like green.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Not at all. Did you need something?
I accidentally left one of my textbooks in my desk, so I came back to fetch it. Ah, here it is.
What subject?
Take a look.
Intermediate mathematics for dummies. But
Okay.
if it's intermediate, why is it for dummies?
You ever have one of those series of books with just the whatever for dummies?
No, I
Rocket
understand that
science for
concept.
dummies.
I just find it very funny. This is intermediate mathematics, which implies that it is higher than the
Calculus for
average
dummies, and
mathematics.
that's how I got my AP
but for
Calc
dummies.
test passed. So for my AP credit. So just saying.
Yeah. Fair. No, I mean,
Because the class didn't help me learn, that's for sure.
no, that's
Which
fair.
one?
I had a few of those.
Calculus. The first calculus course.
I remember taking that.
Never took calculus.
Yeah, that class kicked my butt.
I slept through it and got a C.
The teacher did not help. Thank you.
Yeah.
I thought I was the only one because I'm sitting there and I'm struggling. And I'm like, I'm not this dumb. I know I'm not.
Yeah. When I was in...
No, I didn't take Calc 2, so I didn't have time. I had to go back to like after a gap of calculus to go study for the AP test, and that's how I use it. Was the book? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I should have taken math when I was in high school, but I did not. I was gonna take, instead of calculus, I was actually offered to take statistics for math class instead, but I didn't end up having the time to do it.
Studying hard as always, I see. Except, wait, intermediate? Isn't that part of the Sunday school curriculum? Seems a bit basic for you.
Oh, it's not for me. I promised to help Fee with her math studies. I found this at a bookshop in town and thought it might be of some use to her.
Ah, okay.
Which reminds me, I should really be going. I'm sure she's waiting for me by now. I'll see you later, Reen.
Take care.
And don't worry.
Huh?
I'm sure Machias doesn't hate you or anything. If you can find some way of making him realize how you feel, I'm sure he'll understand. It's just getting through to him that might be tough.
Yeah. I just have to keep at it. If Emma believes I can make it work, then I'll believe it too. I should probably also get going. Maybe I'll wander around the academy grounds for a while before returning to the dorm.
Maybe I'll instead safe. And call it. Alrighty. Thank y'all for coming and hanging out today. I appreciate it. We're gonna go raid Lost Initiative. We will be back tomorrow for D&D Curse of Strahd. So, sure we will be there doing that tomorrow. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you all next time. Bye.